Now to a WSAZ investigation. Homeowners fed up and frustrated after they say they paid a contractor tens of thousands of dollars for work that was never completed.
And that contractor, Jacob Dean Meadows, now facing a felony charge of obtaining money under false pretenses in Wayne County. WSAZ's Kimberly Keggy has been looking into this one. She is joining us now. And Kimberly, you're finding this is not the first time he's been charged in a case like this.
Oh, right. So I've been looking into Meadows' history and found he's been charged, even pled guilty in a similar case in Campbell County. And this latest case has more former customers coming forward to share their stories as a word of warning.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. But in this case, Travis Townsend says these pictures are worth nearly $60,000. That's the amount of money he says he's owed after hiring Jacob Dean Meadows to build his family's dream home in Campbell County. But that process quickly turned into a nightmare. And as Travis and his wife say, they were left with a mess. You can see here. Unfinished flooring with holes and a paint job that was never completed.
For this being the first home that we ever built, it was, supposed to be a fun moment, exciting time, all the things, all the emotions, and it was nothing but just terror and just of course very expensive on the financial side of things, and just was a very terrible experience all around.
That was in 2017. Townsend says at that time, the deadline to complete the home came and went. And as the months went by, he says he would visit the site of the home to see how work was going, only to find no progress and no one working. So Townsend eventually fired him. And at that point, he says not only was he out of tens of thousands of dollars for uncompleted work, the family then forced to shell out thousands more dollars to finish the job and correct the issues with the previous work Meadows had done on the home.
We had a full contract of the costs and what was included in the scope of the work, and that it was going to be a turnkey finished home, and once we got to the point of having to basically being forced to fire him based on all the mistakes with the home and the workmanship and the timeline and all the things that were going on, it was anything but close to being turnkey.
The Townsend family eventually sold that home, hoping to put their experience behind them. But they did obtain a civil judgment, ordering Meadows to pay back the money. However, now 8 years later, they say they've only received about $5,000 of the nearly $60,000 they say they're owed. Fast forward to 2021. Meadows was criminally charged with a felony in a similar situation in Campbell County. This one involving more than $31,000. According to court documents, he made a deal that allowed him to plead guilty to a lesser charge, but was placed on 2 years probation and had to pay the money back. However, this document shows he's more than $5,000 behind on those payments. And now, prosecutors filing to revoke the deal, since they say Meadows violated the terms when he was arrested last week in another case. This one out of Wayne County. The case strikingly similar to the one in Campbell, where court documents cite payments of more than $30,000 being made to Meadows for work he hasn't completed and isn't showing up to finish. While the Townsends say these cases won't get their money back, they are relieved to see Meadows behind bars and are hopeful with more customers coming forward, it could help prevent another case down the road.
I think there's power in numbers, so the more people that speak up, I think that would help, especially in this specific case.
Meadows is in jail on pending charges. I reached out to him for an interview, but I haven't heard back. He also has another pending case in Putnam County and is being sued by the West Virginia Attorney General's office. The lawsuit claims Meadows has been operating without a contractor's license since 2018. And because of that, he and his company have been issued at least 9 cease and desist orders to stop work.
Okay, Kimberly, $60,000, that's a lot of money that we're talking about here. So how or why was he not charged? in that.
And I did ask Travis Townsend that question, and he tells me he met with a detective at that time who told him he believed the case was a civil one, not criminal. So he went more of the civil the civil route, and that's where he did get that judgment, stating that Meadows has to pay back nearly $60,000.
Okay, and Kimberly, we appreciate the report, but you are working on a follow-up story for everyone. That's going to be tomorrow.
Yes, as homeowners, it's all about what we can do to protect ourselves. And so if you are hiring any work or hiring a contractor, how you can make sure that you're getting the most for your money too.
All right, Kimberly, great reporting. Thank you very much.